What do you think it's going to take for the people of this country to fucking do something? Yet another young student, a black female student, was just found dead in a body of water. Edma Mbalo, a young black master's student in London who was missing for weeks, might I add, was just found dead in like a fucking lake. Mind you guys, we are within the most surveillance country, or one of the most surveillance countries within the entire planet. The United Kingdom is one of the most surveillance countries in the entire planet. You can't drive down the wrong lane without being caught by some sort of camera. And yet when an entire person that's probably paying taxes goes missing, we can't find her? But on top of all of that, for you to be found dead in a body of water means that the perpetrator not only premeditated this murder, but they wanted to make sure that they had every single chance in getting away with it. You guys don't understand how deep this goes. If you're found dead in a body of water, you have no idea how corrosive that can be when it comes to criminal investigation. Water destroys evidence. It gets rid of fingerprints. It makes it so much more disgusting when you realize that this is so unbelievably and obviously targeted towards black women in London and throughout the UK. So since nobody else is saying it, especially not even our own news outlets in this country, please everybody, not only can we stay safe, but please can we look over one another? Please, please for the love of God, because this country, our own government are not going to do that for us.
5 missing black women found in water. This troubling pattern has sparked deep concern among communities across the UK. An advocacy group known as For Black Women UK recently highlighted 5 specific cases that have raised pressing questions. These cases involve 4 Nigerian women and 1 Kenyan woman, all of whom went missing at different times and later were discovered dead in rivers, lakes or coastal waters. The names of these women are Blessing Olusegun, Kenyan Williams, Taiwo Balogun, Samaria Ayanle and Edna Mbali Ombako. So Black Women UK argues that these cases demonstrate a troubling disparity in public awareness. They point out that many missing black women receive less media attention, which can impact the urgency of searches and investigations. Let's take a closer look at 3 of these women whose stories became emblematic of the concerns. First, we have Blessing Olusegun. Blessing was just 21 years old, a business student and care worker from South London. In September 2020, she disappeared while on a work placement in Bexhill-on-Sea. Her body was found on the beach later that same day. An autopsy concluded she drowned, and police said there was no third-party involvement. Yet Blessing's family, along with supporters, raised concerns about the handling of the case and the transparency of the investigation. Her story sparked wider conversations about how cases involving black women are investigated and how families are supported. Then we have Kenyan Williams, a 24-year-old fashion blogger. She disappeared in July 2022 after a night out in London. Her body was found in the River Thames 4 days later. Authorities ruled her death non-suspicious, yet her disappearance highlighted what many described as limited media coverage. Finally, there's Taiwo Balogun, who went missing in December 2022. For 29 days, her family searched for answers until she was found dead in a lake near Bluewater. Police did not treat her death as suspicious, but her case again underscored the wider issue. When black women go missing, their cases often receive less public attention. In 2024, the disappearance of Samaria Ayanle brought shock and sorrow to the student community in London. Samaria was only 19 years old. She was a first-year student at SOAS University of London, studying Japanese and history of art. She was last seen on February the 22nd, 2024. Yet crucially, it wasn't until March 8th, weeks later, that university staff formally alerted police. 5 days after that report, her body was discovered. In total, Samaria had been missing for 20 days before she was found. Her death deeply affected those who knew her, but it also raised broader questions. Why was there such a delay in raising public awareness? Many asked whether faster action could have led to a quicker discovery or more support for the search. Like other cases, Samaria's disappearance highlighted concerns about the speed of public awareness, the level of media attention, and the support provided to families searching for answers. Every missing person deserves urgency, but many felt her case illustrated a systemic
Black women are being found dead in bodies of water across the United Kingdom, and almost no one is talking about it. In the span of a few years, multiple black women have gone missing and then later been found dead in rivers, lakes, coastal waters across the UK. Most people have never even heard their names. Families stated that when they reported them missing, that the urgency they expected from authorities was simply not there, and the media simply just did not report on these cases. The names of these 5 women are important. I'm gonna read them to you. Sorry if I pronounce them wrong. Blessing Olusegun, she was 21 years old, a business student from South London. She went missing in 2020 and her body was later found on a beach in Bexhill. Kenyan Williams, a 24-year-old blogger. She also used to post on TikTok quite frequently. She disappeared after a night out in London and was later found in the River Thames.